Welcome to the Evolve with Emily show. I'm your host, Emily Hayden, and you are listening to another Monday message. Every single Monday, I bring a message of the day to you guys. So here's today's message. If you've been following along recently, then you know that I am currently in week 3 of training camp. By the time that you guys are listening to this, it'll be week 4 of my Evolve training camp. This is a dedicated time in my life where I consider a push season of my life. I'm pushing myself to every single limit, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I'm seeking to become a version of myself that I haven't met yet, but that I can see and I can envision and that I am daily executing on becoming. And essentially, I'm not even becoming anything because I believe that the highest potential lies within all of us. It's just slowly uncovering that and letting that unfold throughout your life. So today, as I am on week 3 and I'm starting, this week 3 journey, I, had to reflect a little bit and realize that this is usually the time period when clients and people in general, when they fall off of what they said that they were going to do, right? People get really motivated when it starts. They get really excited in the beginning. And week 1, week 2, it's still fresh, it's new. And week 3 is where it's just one little thing that they start to kind of slip up on. It's one little excuse that they make. It's just 10 less minutes of cardio when they were supposed to do the full 20 minutes. Now they're just doing 10 minutes. It's these little things that seem insignificant that they allow to kind of just go by the wayside, right? They allow it to happen. They say it's not a big deal. They have a little bit extra food here, a little bit extra time here, sleeping in just a little bit more. Maybe in the first few days, you were never pressing snooze. Now you're snoozing like a few minutes or so. And you have to recognize this for what it is. It's a trap. It's a trap, and it's designed to keep you stuck and designed to bring you back to where you were. And sometimes it actually makes you regress even further. So I'm bringing that as today's message to bring to your awareness the fact that these traps exist in different forms and in different manifestations and in different areas of our life. So you have to really recognize that. This could look like the trap in a, healthy relationship, right? You guys are doing well and you're thriving, and then you get comfortable together and then you're used together, and now all of a sudden there's somebody new that's paying you attention on social media or in person at your workplace or whatever it is. And you have to recognize that for what it is. It's a trap. It's the next shiny object syndrome. And you have to really refocus yourself on why it is that you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, why you're in that relationship, why you're going after those specific goals, why you started this business, right? Think about in business terms, people get new opportunities left and right. Not every good opportunity is a purposeful opportunity. You have to ask yourself, does this opportunity align with where it is that I want to go in my life? And if it isn't a part of that end goal, it may not have a part of your life right now. So really identifying and getting clear on which opportunities are aligned with the highest version of you and which ones are good opportunities. However, they're distracting you from your overall purpose. Ask yourself, if I dedicate myself to this over the next X amount of months or maybe a year, is this going to help me? Is it going to create a better version of me so that I can step further into my calling? Or is this going to be time that doesn't actually further develop me or make me grow into a better version? Or is it going to be a straight up distraction, right? A lot of these traps are actually, they're, wearing masks, and really it's just a big distraction, whether it's a person or it's an opportunity that really isn't aligned with you, or it's your goals, right? You're going after your goals and you have these little distractions that start to allow you to slip up on the little things. So I mention this again so that as you guys are walking throughout your life, and I guarantee you it's going to happen today, it's going to happen tomorrow, and all of a sudden you're going to have this new awareness. That's the trap. That's the thing that I can't allow myself to get sucked into or fall into. Think about it in simple terms. Even negative people and toxic people and situations and environments and drama and the next, big news title and all these different things that grab our attention and elicit this emotional response in us. We have to be able to recognize these things for what they are. They are designed and crafted to take us further away from our purpose. So recognize it as a trap of negativity. Recognize it as a trap of propaganda or of eliciting an emotional response in you for a certain specific response. I'm not going to go into the whole thing about the puppeteers and how they can control us by getting responses out of us and why TikTok is the way that it is. That's a whole different podcast. But you have to recognize these things. You have to recognize when you're falling into the trap of negativity, when you're falling into the trap of thinking that the little things aren't important and it's not that big of a deal. The second you allow yourself to start to slip up on all the little things is when you never get a chance at the big thing. Whatever that big thing is for you, that goal, that achievement that you wish to have, that fulfillment in the journey that you wish to have, you're never going to have fulfillment in the journey if you don't have a correct perspective and if you don't seek out and create an environment where you can be fulfilled in the process of where it is that you're going. And guys, that's the key. So many people think I'm going to reach fulfillment when X, Y, and Z. You have to find a way to create and cultivate a life where you can feel fulfillment in the journey before ever having even reached that thing. Now, it doesn't mean that thing, when you reach it, won't be incredible and amazing and provide a different level of fulfillment. But guys, you got to learn to love the journey and love the process, because the truth is most of your life is going to be in that process and in that journey. If we were to attach a number to it, it'd be like 90% of your life is in the process and in the journey. And that 10% are those sweet, sweet moments when you finally get those things that you've been working so hard for. But how sad would it be to live 90% of your life and not fully enjoy it and never feel fulfilled and always feel like you're lacking? Don't be in a lack mentality. Don't be in a scarcity mentality. Seek abundance. Seek the abundant mentality that says, yeah, I'm excited about where I'm going. I'm excited about that vision for my life. But if I never reach it, I'm good. If I never reach it, I'm fulfilled. If I never reach it, I'm happy and full of love and full of contentment. You want to have fulfillment in the journey. There's a difference in having fulfillment in the journey and in being complacent with where you're at. I'm not talking about being complacent. I'm talking about finding fulfillment in the process of getting to where it is that you're going. Because if you'll do that, I really do believe that that's when you'll find happiness and peace and joy in the process of wherever it is that you're going. So recognize the different traps that come along in our lives and literally say out loud next time it happens, say, this is a trap. Whether you're on social media and you're scrolling and you see something that elicits that emotional response, or someone is trying to, seep their negativity into your life. They're trying to bring toxicity into your life. Literally say out loud, this is a trap, and go to war against it. Like literally remove yourself as soon as possible and go very, very far in another direction. Do not fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap of negativity. Don't fall into the trap of not raising the standard for yourself, not living a life of excellence. Anything that is not the most excellent version of you needs to go. Anything that is not the most excellent version of you is less than what you're called to be. And you're not called to just the highest version of you, which is years down the road. You were called right now today, because you are the best that you've ever been today. You were called to be excellent right now today, whatever that looks like. Even if you think that sucks, even if you're trying something new and you feel like you suck all the time, guess what? This is your most excellent version of yourself. So you have to continue to create that excellent version by showing up, by putting in the work, by being consistent, by being willing to suck and being willing to have moments of failure and to not quit and to keep going anyways. If you'll choose to do that, I know you're going to get to where you're going. So recognize the traps for what they are, decide and intentionally go in a different direction, and continue practicing excellence every single day. That's today's message. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Evolve with Emily. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and share it with a friend, text it to them, share it on your Instagram stories. Make sure to tag the podcast page. It's Evolve with Emily Podcast. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much. Have a good one.